Well, good morning, everybody. Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad. Retirement has been a big pain in my butt, and I am over it. Hey, y'all. Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad, and this is my beautiful wife of 15 years, Paige. We downsized, saved, and liquidated to quit our lifestyle in America of living for things to a life of wherever it might take us. We moved to Thailand November of 2016. We currently live Thai style on the Mekong River in a town called ThatPhanom in the province of NakhonPhanom. This is my wonderful Thai family. Every day for us is an adventure, and we spend most of our time exploring and living for the moment. We know nothing lasts forever, and we try to enjoy every new day we have. I don't have time for things that really don't matter in my life, so there you have it. No time to be sad. Today I'm at one of my favorite places in Thailand, Udon Thani. Since I've been doing YouTube videos, I've talked to many people that have successfully become expats in Thailand or some other place, or people that have talked to me about their concerns about becoming an expat. Some of the things that keep them from coming here. A lot of it is just kind of like, what if this or what if that? The fear of the unknown keeps them from doing stuff. But I'm gonna just talk to you about some of the things that handicap me, some of the things that I've overcome coming to Thailand. I've been retired almost 9 years now over here. A lot of people just say, you know, Chuck, I could never go live in Thailand. It's too hot. I don't understand the culture. I don't eat spicy food. There's a lot of things that I'm not familiar with over there, and I just couldn't do it. I'm pretty open-minded to stuff. I kind of felt like there was a lot of things I couldn't do either. I was married to a Mexican lady for 16 years, and I never really ate spicy food with her. But when I knew when I met Paige and I knew I was gonna come to Thailand, I started eating like pickled jalapenos, which was a difficult task for me. And then I just, you know, I could eat a raw chili pepper right now. Is that good for you? No. But I was concerned about the spicy food, you know. And unfortunately now I like my food too spicy. Everything is too plain if it doesn't have chili peppers on it. So, but I worked my taste buds up before I came here. But one of the biggest problems for me was everything was a pain in my butt. Like everything was hard as a damn rock. Like they don't believe in cushions here. The bed's hard, the chair's hard, everything's made out of some solid wood. You know, I was like, holy crap. So I bought a pillow, and I carried this pillow around with me everywhere. And it was so hot in Thailand, it was just, it was a pain in the butt just to carry the pillow around. So I finally just absorbed it, and I just tried not to sit as much as I needed to, but eventually I got over it. That hard bed, I can sleep on a hard bed. I don't really care for it. Luckily they have mattress pads here that we can choose. Who is that strange person talking outside? So that was one thing that took me a little bit of time to adapt to when I came here. There was a lot of things that I wanted to do as far as entertaining myself, so I first started to ride a bicycle, and I got familiar with the roads, and that's pretty much how I learned how to drive on the left-hand side of the road, was kind of getting my brain acclimated to being on the left on a bicycle. So, but I was having such a problem with the bike seats. I kept buying all these cushions, these big pads, all this stuff, and I kept getting like rashes because it was so hot. And I just said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. And I pushed through it. Aches in the wrist, aches in the butt, getting sores. It just, then I ended up riding I could do an easy 125 kilometer bike ride in one day. You know, it was no problem after some time. The heat was a big problem for me when I first came here. I remember me and Paige walking down the streets of Pattaya, My father-in-law took me there. I'd never experienced anything like that. I was like, why did you take me here? But I remember I saw this store with, first I saw a Swenson sign, and I thought to myself, there's air conditioner in there. That's where we need to be. And I remember Paige taking a picture of me, and my face was beet red, and I just felt like I was in a microwave being cooked from the inside out, and I was so hot. And I saw this orange, like a really bright orange juice this lady was selling, and I just drank it, and the acid just made my stomach lock up, because the orange juice here is really, really strong, very good, but I just wasn't used to it at the moment. I was like, oh, I felt like crap. But you know, I got used to the heat. It's hot in Texas where I come from, and it's humid. But the Thai sun, the sun here in Thailand, I'll just say, is very, very hot. It took me some time to get used to the heat. But, you know, like, we don't typically, in Thai people, they don't typically go out like in the sun during the heat of the day. You won't find people just walking around like in the States, sunbathing or just being out in the sun. Usually when it's hot, you're either sitting in air condition or sitting in front of a fan or in a shaded area. So I've adapted to that, or I think you just become a raisin. I always wore like work boots, good quality tennis shoes or running shoes. I never wore sandals, or in the States we call them flip-flops. I never, you know, only if I was going to like the beach or something. It wasn't just something I would normally wear going out. And I remember when I retired, me and Paige were traveling around in a travel trailer, and we were in California. No, we weren't in California. We were in Florida at the time. And I said, hey, you know what? Let's just go to, I think it was Epcot Center. I don't remember which park. And we decided to go. All I had was sandals on. And I got walking around all day in the park, I got a heel spur. And I don't know if you ever had that. It's like a really, it hurts. I'll just say that. Right on my heel. So I think it took me 2 years to kind of recover from that heel spur. Man, it hurt so bad. And I never thought I was going to recover from that. But now I think my feet have spread out so much from wearing sandals all the time. Now I find myself walking with Paige while she's wearing quality tennis shoes, and I'm waddling around in sandals. So, it's just so hot to wear tennis shoes, and wearing socks sometimes is uncomfortable. And yeah, even when I'm playing golf, I wish I could just take off my shoes and just play barefooted. But some of the courses here, you may not, there's ants and all kind of crazy stuff. You may not want to do that. I don't know if it's safe to sit here or not. I was having some pretty bad back pains, like my lower back. We've been driving a lot since I retired. We drove around the US, and I've driven probably to almost every province here in Thailand. I've driven 260,000 something kilometers on my vehicle here in Thailand, and I kept getting this like a sciatic nerve pain. After about 2 hours of driving, I had to stop because it hurt so bad. And I just kept having problems with my back, and I didn't think, I went to a back doctor, I went to all kinds of stuff, you know. But I think what happened was I exercised a lot when I was young. I worked on cars. I did a lot of things with my lower back. And I think in time, maybe that caused problems. But I think really what it was the lack of exercise and all the sitting around I was doing. My body wasn't used to it. And I was just having some back problems. So I started working out a little bit more on my lower back and stopped trying to sit around too much. I got a lumbar support for my back, and you know, for the chairs that I sit in and on my vehicle, and it seemed to fix the problem. Also, I've been having problems with my hands. I know you guys hear me complaining about it, so I only share this because it's just what you go through as a retired person who stops working. My hands have recovered. Like, I was getting cortisone shots in my thumbs. I started playing golf, and I guess I wasn't used to the ball contact or swinging a stick or whatever, but I didn't think I was going to play golf. I thought, man, I can't even do this because my hands hurt, and I thought it was from using my hands so long in my life. I had like carpal tunnel syndrome or something, and I had some x-rays done, and I don't have arthritis, but he did say I have some cartilage deterioration, which comes with age, and there's nothing I can do about it. But instead of giving up on golf, I just kept pushing through it, and I'm okay now. I suffered through it, and I'm fine. And it also gets me from sitting down too much, and gets me walking around, gets me outside in the sun, and get some fresh air, which I'm a little congested this morning. That's why I sound like an old man. I guess what I'm trying to say in this video is there's always going to be what ifs to everything. There's always going to be a little pain before the gain. I think it's very important in our last quarter of life to try to do what makes sense to us, and just try to be happy as best as we possibly can in our environment and our situation. You never know unless you really try, and then put some effort, and then, you know, try to deal with the struggles and push through. And a lot of times you'll find that you'll overcome it. I think it's bad to not. I think it's bad to have regrets. You know, I think it's better to have failed than not to have done it at all, because a lot of times with failure comes success. We have to fail to succeed, but we have to learn from our failures. If you continue to keep making the same mistakes, there's a problem. Stop, adjust, overcome. But if you're on the fence about retiring on to another country because you think you can't adapt, the human body can adapt. We can adapt. We're just so set in our ways, and our mind is telling us, no, this is the way I like it, and it's easy for me, and I'm going to continue to do this and that. But try something new. Relax. Let it go. If you fail, what's the worst case scenario? If you can't deal with that worst case scenario, then I guess you probably shouldn't attempt to do it. So I think whatever it is, you can overcome, you can figure it out. But that's really all I wanted to say about that. It's been a pain in the butt, but it was well worth it. I've never been happier in my entire life. I don't do things really that people expect of me in my life. If you see me doing something, it's because it's what I want to do. What I think the meaning of retirement is that I wake up and I pretty much do what I want to do. And I don't just go do stuff for people that don't appreciate me. And you know, typically we're all replaceable in other people's eyes. So be happy and take some chances. And if you got an experience you want to share here in today's video, feel free to leave it in the comment section. We'll see you guys again here in wonderful Udon Thani, Thailand. Bye.